Did the first time hurt? I'm scared and I feel pressured by my boyfriend.
What's one of the biggest fights you and Matt had? You hook up equal, no real relationship. Don't do it. Just use a toy or something. Like, use your mouth, do this. Annyeong from Seoul! Thought I would do a little mukbang. We just came back from a really big dinner, so I was very shocked when my Korean client, I told her to order like tteokbokki for me, to help me order because I don't have a Korean phone number, and she ordered something for 4 people. I'm like, but she said it's recommended by the locals, it's what they eat. It comes with kimari, or rather she added it for me. And it is from this brand called Yukta. Let's do a little mukbang while I answer some questions I asked you guys on Instagram. I asked for chopsticks, but I forgot to ask for a spoon, so I got a teaspoon. This is a cheese tteokbokki. Oh my gosh, guys, there's everything. We've got spam that is like mother long. Got bean curd. We've got tteokbokki, of course. Mozzarella cheese, sausage. Let's give this a try. Oh my god, it hits different. Wow, spicy, man. This is normal level. The top is very chewy and the sauce coats onto the top very well, including the cheese. It's not sliding off and it's not like extremely watery. Okay, what is the ideal age you think you should get married? Frankly, there's no ideal age. Like, as someone who got married quite early, I got proposed to at 24 and I got married at 26. I was really one of the first in my friend group as well, and met as well, to get married. And in Singapore, I think most of us like don't get married until a much later age. I would say finding the right person is more important than having to marry because of the age. Yeah, you don't want a hassle of choosing the wrong person and then having to undo everything after that. So I think like you really have to see, speaking from my own experience, like see marriage as like your end goal, and like yeah. I think if you know that you're someone that likes to think about the what ifs, what if I played harder? What if I had a chance to meet more people and everything? And you know that you're that type of person, I would say get that out of your mind and your system first before you think about getting married, because chances are you're still going to think about the what ifs if you haven't satisfied yourself or like your questions in your head, yeah, before you get married. So yeah. Are you happy with your current house? Any plans to upgrade soon? Yes, I'm very happy with my current house. I think I'm really one of those very lucky few that managed to get a BTO. And I think that's something that I'm super grateful for, and I think I'm so blessed to have gotten a BTO, even though we waited really long because of COVID. But I heard that nowadays you really don't have to wait that long anymore. So yeah, I think our house is great. Any plans to upgrade soon? I do, because of space constraints, and if I want to think about expanding my family, there's really no way I can do that in this house. It's been 1 year since my breakup. I haven't been able to move on because it ended with no reason and no closure. I'm traumatized because people I love can just abandon me and leave me. Oh, I just want to give you a big hug, because like I can just sense how sad you are through your submission. What I usually told myself, like with all my past failed relationships, was that whatever's meant to be will be. I feel that our lives are predestined, or rather predetermined from the very beginning. So I think with that belief that I have in my mind, like I wasn't really afraid to just take a closed door as a closed door. You know, like I would just take it as a sign from God that it's just not meant for me. And if this guy is meant for me, or this person is meant for me, there will be a miraculous way that we'll find our way back to each other. And I think that really comforted me a lot. Yeah, because sometimes it's not just the right person, you know, like it's the right person at the right time. So yeah, I think like there's a lot of things that come into play when it comes to a successful relationship, or like the end goal, because like even relationships and marriages fall apart, you see. So it's really a work in progress right until the day that you die, I feel, when it comes to relationships. So yeah, I would say like just try to take comfort and try to learn the lessons and take this time to improve on yourself, invest in yourself. I know it's gonna be really painful because in your mind you probably feel really dejected and very unwanted. If that's what you think you're thinking of, then the best way is to make that person regret letting you go. And even if it is just putting up a brave front, putting up a front that is like showing that you're doing very well, you're very happy, yeah, just do it. Because in the midst of it, there is a chance that you might actually be healing, and time will heal everything, I feel. So 加油! How do I get over somebody I used to like that already moved on to another girl? Girl, I feel like to tell you like just don't think about it is not gonna cut it, because obviously you're gonna think about it. So I think the trick is to distract yourself with things that actually benefit you. Like you're actually investing in yourself, you're actually becoming a better version of yourself, be it in your health, be it picking up a new hobby, learning a new language, doing better at your work, just investing your time and your energy into improving yourself. I always feel like good things will come your way when you are working on yourself. And the best revenge, the sweetest revenge, is to make that person feel like they lost out on you. So yeah. Oh my god, kimari is damn good. You don't know what is a kimari? Inside is like glass noodles and it's like wrapped with seaweed and fried. Oh, the seaweed taste is so strong. Have you or Matt ever had a third party that wanted to get between you guys, be it a guy or a girl? Very interesting question. I would say no. We both never allowed that. Or maybe he had, I don't know. I don't know. But at least on my from my point of view, I don't think there was any. Because I was never interested in anyone else, you know? Yeah, and I felt like he also was never really interested in anyone else. Do you think girls or guys should be louder in a relationship? Actually, what do you mean by louder? Would it be like more demanding? I don't think it's a girl or a guy thing, because like what I say, right? I believe like someone is made for everyone. So someone who is extremely loud and very opinionated and very strong-headed would usually be able to find, or rather would prefer, someone that doesn't clash that much with him or her. So they would usually gravitate towards someone who is able to compromise and take a step back and be more understanding and be softer. So I don't think it's a gender thing. I think it's a personality thing. So there are definitely loud girls and loud guys, but I think it's just about finding the right person for you. What do you like and dislike about being a mom? Tough question. Well, firstly, I love being a mom. I think everyone through the screen can feel that, and everyone around me knows that I love being a mom. Motherhood just gives a whole new different meaning to life. All my life, I guess there was always something to look forward to, something new happening. But once you reach adulthood, you know, you start working and you're married, like there's not that much change that happens in your life anymore. And if you don't have kids in the picture, I can imagine myself being stagnant for like the next 40 years. I mean, obviously like achieving career highs and everything, but like in my personal life, I feel like there will be not much of a change. And I'm not saying that should be the reason why you have kids, no. But I've always wanted to be a mom because there's always this part of me that I like to nurture and take care of someone or something. And having a kid is nice because you kind of reflect on your life a lot. Like it makes you reflect about how you were when you were growing up, what shaped you, and how your parents were like when you were a kid. You know, and understanding and like really seeing their world from a different perspective and being a lot more appreciative of them. So it's just like more than just your kid, but like your kid makes you see all of these things. And obviously being a mom is just extremely rewarding because, like, for example, Micah, he's like a blank slate. I feel like I'm able to try my best to impart all of the good things that I've learned so far in my 31 years of living to him. And it brings me great joy if I see that he adopts some of them. I mean, that's what I like being a mom. But what I dislike would be the guilt that comes with it. Yeah, like you never stop being guilty, or you never stop struggling with your emotions because you often feel emotions that you think are really like big question marks to you. like being jealous, for example. Being jealous of my helper, being jealous of my parents or my in-laws or like his teachers. Yeah, it's just like ridiculous things like that. There's a lot of like work up here that you have to do, and oftentimes motherhood is a very lonely journey because every journey is different and there's only this much your spouse can understand because they are not going through it themselves. And I feel like a man and a woman's body is wired differently. Moms more often than not sacrifice way more than dads, even in the physical aspect of it, the emotional aspect of it. Obviously it's not the same for every single family, but at least in my family, I feel like the weights we pull will never be equal, and a big struggle comes from accepting that it's not gonna ever be equal between man and I always have to do a lot more. Yeah, that's I guess what I dislike about being a mom. It's a very lonely journey. What's one of the biggest fights you and Matt had? I don't remember one of our biggest fights, frankly. We always fight over something small. It ends up being very big because of other things. Like him shouting at me using the words that I shouldn't be using, and then we end up forgetting what we were fighting about. Every stage of life, we fight about different things. When we were younger, we fought a lot about like boundaries. When I was growing up, I had a lot of guy friends, and like I always believe that like I should not have to sacrifice my friends, even if it was with the opposite sex, for my boyfriend, and that like made us fight a lot. But I think that's just only natural and normal. Then when we got older, it would be like fighting about, I think, tone of voice. Yeah, it's very different actually, but we never really like fight like huge fights. Yeah. Okay, other questions? Sam?
My boyfriend doesn't take all my boxes, or girlfriend, but I also don't know if I'm being too sensitive. What should I do?
Okay, firstly, what are all your boxes? Are these like non-negotiables? And like, are these tickable by most people? Or is it just you're waiting for that Prince Charming to fall down from the sky, right? You gotta be like realistic about it. But I would say it depends on which life stage you are at also. Experience makes a lot of difference. So I would say don't settle first until you get more experience to know truly what you want and whether or not these boxes that you have are deal breakers for you or not. If they are deal breakers for you, then yeah, don't settle because chances are you're still not gonna be happy. Kimari is so good.
Did the first time hurt? I'm scared and I feel pressured by my boyfriend.
Did the first time hurt? I wouldn't say it's painful. It's just uncomfortable. But it's not something that you don't already expect. And she's scared.
Pressured by my
You're pressured by your boyfriend. Don't let anybody pressure you, okay? Frankly, the first time is like so important. You don't want to regret the first time because you can never get back your first time. You get what I mean? Like it's the same thing for everything. Like your first kiss, your first whatever. Don't take it too lightly, you know, because you'll still regret it even if you're 50 that you wasted your first time on someone like not worth it.
My partner and I fight and break up every week. Do I leave or stay?
Oh my god, no. May and I have this thing where we don't bring up the word breakup unless we truly mean it. So we have never said the word breakup before. Okay, I have once, but I truly meant it. But we ended up not breaking up. But yeah, so we have this pact because we know, and this is something we learned from our past relationships and friends, that if you throw the word around too much, that can also be an issue. If you bring this habit along with you through marriage, you can't just break up a marriage like that, you know? Like a divorce takes like years and a lot of money. So I would say if you're already thinking of breaking up, then you should just leave.
Hold on. How do you kiss someone?
How do you kiss someone?
Like learn to kiss someone. Like, you know.
What? Use your mouth, do this. You know when I was younger, I would like think about like my first kiss, like when it's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen. Like I'm damn 发花痴, okay? Like I was that type of girl. That's why my parents were damn worried about me, cause they think that like I was damn 发花痴. I mean, you just naturally know how to kiss, ba. You might be shy and awkward, but you know how a kiss is meant to go. Yeah, and frankly, it's all about experience. So the more you do it, the better you become at it. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so full.
Okay. I feel so happy and content with my partner, but then when I look online and see these extravagant displays of love, I feel like that's what I'm supposed to want or expect. What should I do?
Honestly, I think that's what social media does to all of us. I feel like you're already at step 1, which is acknowledging that what you have is enough for you and that the internet makes you want more or makes you feel like what you're having is not a 10 upon 10. You should just cut out all that noise. Peace is the most important. Happiness is the most important. And if you're already there, just enjoy it while it lasts or while it is still there, because obviously there'll be things that will come your way that will challenge your relationship. So I would say don't shortchange yourself or shoot yourself in the foot right now by making things complicated. Enjoy the happy moments and take each problem as it comes without making them yourself.
I want to lose my virginity and just get over it, to be honest, but I want a real relationship. Should I just hook up?
No! What? No! You want a real relationship, how you hook up? You hook up equal no real relationship.
Yeah, but you just want to get over and done with.
You just want to lose your virginity?
Yeah, I just want to lose my virginity and get it over and done.
Wait, can you just use a toy or something? Is that considered losing your virginity? Just use a toy or something. Like don't risk contracting like something with someone random. Do you know like you can really like throw your life away, literally throw your life away. Even if it doesn't do anything to you physically, it messes with your head and your self-worth. Like don't go down that path because it's not worth it. Like don't seek pleasure in those things that's gonna harm you, because you know it's not gonna end well. So try to channel that want in a different way. So perhaps actually really put in the effort to find a proper relationship, maybe?
What to do if my girlfriend is gonna be on her period?
Oh, be sweet. Firstly, girls, I think we shouldn't like use it to our advantage and manipulate people like that, especially if you're not, you know, like going through a super hard time now, okay? Let's try not to like cry wolf. Frankly, some girls like some periods can be really, really bad and very tough on the body. So I think I would liken it to like you having stomach flu. So guys, if you have stomach flu, you know how like jialat it can be, right? So for some girls, it can really be this jialat. Okay, and yet you're still forced to go about your daily life. Yeah, so obviously you'll be in a very bad mood, and obviously it's hormonal as well, so sometimes we really cannot control our emotions. So yeah, I think you should try to be more understanding. For me, I personally don't expect my partner to give in to me or whatever lah, because like, okay, frankly, I don't even get my period, so I'm in no position to say that. But like, when I do get my period, and if I do get bad period cramps or bad period like months, I would say just leave us alone. Like for me, I want to be left alone. Yeah.
What if your girlfriend like cries all the time?
Then you just be there lor. The last thing you want to say is, are you on your period? Or is your period coming? That's the last thing you want to say, because even if it is the truth, what we want from you is to make us feel loved. If you're not going to be saying anything or doing anything that makes us feel loved, then don't do it. Because it's only going to end up bad. I know it can be tough, guys, but power through. Okay, thank you so much for sitting with me. I'm extremely full. I don't think I did well at all. But it was really nice. Thank you so much for chatting and listening to me ramble. Maybe the next one we should do would be a friendship, like friendship dilemma, friendship situation type of thing. So send me some questions in the comments box down below and maybe I'll film one for you. See ya!